A couple weeks ago, Chris, who is a client, very famous influencer on YouTube, came and we decided to document his residency process. Thanks for joining us. This week we have something a little bit different. We're on vacation here in beautiful Sicily, and unfortunately there are no podcast studios anywhere to be found. So we thought we would do something a little different, take this opportunity. A lot of you have asked what actually happens during the residency process in Paraguay. So we put together a little video for you. A couple weeks ago, Chris, who is a client, very famous influencer on YouTube, came and we decided to document his residency process. We got a lot of great footage that really shows you what happens, what you can expect during these couple days that you'll be in Paraguay completing the residency process. We got special permission to film some sort of behind the scenes stuff in immigration. So I think you'll have a much clearer picture of what happens in Paraguay after you watch the video. Enjoy.
Hey, Jerz. Chris, nice to meet you.
All right, guys, so I've caught up with Jeremy from the Jerz Way. He is the expert who I'm speaking to here in Paraguay about the Paraguayan tax residency. For the people that don't know, what is it and why is it so popular at the moment?
Well, thanks for having me, Chris, and welcome to beautiful Asuncion. We're at the Paseo de Galeria. People are more and more deciding and realizing that Paraguay is the best tax residency in the world. And the reason is it is currently the only country that allows you to establish a tax residency without physical presence. So what that means is you come here, you get the residency, you set yourself up in the tax system, and other than coming to change the temporary residency to permanent residency, which you have to do in 2 years, and then coming one day every 3 years after you have permanent residency, Paraguay does not require you to spend any time in the country, and you're still able to use it as your primary tax residency.
And it's all territorial tax system too, right? So that means that foreign earned income is not taxed, right?
Exactly. So Paraguay's taxation is really simple. Any income earned in Paraguay, if you have a restaurant, if you work for a Paraguayan company, that's taxed at 10%. Any income from outside the country, whether you're self-employed, whether you run your money through a US LLC, whether you work for a foreign company, that income is taxed at 0%. So yes, Paraguay is a territorial tax residency and does not tax foreign income. And also it includes capital gains, crypto gains, things like that are not taxed.
Nice. So I'm here in Paraguay. I'm going to go through the full process. Give us a little preview on what we need to go through to get this thing done here in Paraguay.
Absolutely. So Chris came here with an apostilled birth certificate and an apostilled criminal cert. Those are the only two documents you need. We don't verify income, anything like that. He shows up in Paraguay with the original documents. That's very important. Before he came, he sent us scans of the documents. And so before he comes, we start the process. We load everything in the system. We translate everything. And then usually in 1 or 2 days, we take him to a series of appointments. He'll work with me and our attorney, Araceli, who works for my company, the Jerz Way. We'll go to a local police station. We get a local criminal report here. We go to Interpol. We get a second criminal report. We have fingerprints taken. And then we go to the immigration office.
All right, guys, so I'm here at the final stop with all my required documents. We've got the local police certificates, which we got yesterday, the Interpol police certificate, which we also got yesterday, just signed this morning, and then the documents that I needed to bring from Australia. So we've got, sorry, a bit windy, the police report from my own country, from the Australian Federal Police, and the birth certificate here. So these you have to get from your own country beforehand, so look into that for your own country, and they need to be apostilled as well. So yeah, with all of these documents, it should be just a simple matter of going in and getting the residency.
Where they make sure everything's good, get fingerprinted again, sign some documents, and usually the process takes 1 or 2 days. That's it. And Chris will leave in those 1 or 2 days as a Paraguay resident.
All right, so the process is now done, and I'm officially a resident of Paraguay. That's right, isn't it?
It is. And the cool thing is the process is anything but easy, but we really make it simple. As you saw, we just go to a few different offices, in and out. Everything's done behind the scenes, and yeah, a couple days later, you have your residency.
Yeah, amazing. So I've got this nice little yellow piece of paper, but the cedula, which is the more functional part of this residency, is going to be coming out in about a few months, right?
Correct. It usually takes about 2 months, but you leave Paraguay with your actual residency, which is it's called a residencia precaria. It's a yellow sheet of paper, and this paper gives you the legal right to live in Paraguay. To be a full-time.
Amazing. So it's about lunchtime, and I want to give Jerz the opportunity to talk about why you would actually want to do this. So yeah, let's catch lunch and discuss for the people why you would actually want to be a Paraguayan tax resident.
Sounds good. A couple months later, his cedula will come. We'll send it to him anywhere in the world. And with the cedula, he's able to get what is called the RUC tax ID. And at that point, he's an official resident and tax resident in Paraguay.
All right, so we talked a little bit earlier in the video about what it is and why this thing is so popular at the moment. Maybe it's not clear why you would actually want to go and get this residency. So Jerz, basically, who is this for? Like, who should get this?
What I'm seeing, there are a couple of different types of clients and a couple different groups of people who this absolutely makes sense for. The first, which we touched upon earlier, is people who are looking for the best tax optimized structure out there. And for a lot of people, Paraguay is it. As we mentioned, Paraguay is the only country in the world that has no physical presence requirement and allows you to be a tax resident without spending time in the country. So I think as a tax residency, as a destination, a fiscal destination for somebody that wants to say, hey, this is my country where I'm paying taxes, in a lot of cases, Paraguay makes sense. The second big group of people, and there's a lot of overlap between this first group that I mentioned and the second group, is people who are looking for a true plan B. As we all know, there's a lot of instability and uncertainty in the world today. And my personal view, and many will agree with me, this part of Southern South America that they call the Southern Cone. It includes Argentina, Northern Argentina, Southern Brazil, Paraguay, Chile, and Uruguay. In the event of a worst case scenario, we're talking nuclear war, we're talking some sort of worldwide economic calamity, this region is the region that's going to be least touched by all that mess in the rest of the world. And Paraguay sort of sits smack dab in the middle of it. It's a country that's self-sufficient. They have enough food, enough water to both feed many times their population. So it's a country that will likely want to be one of the best places that you would want to end up in the event of this worst case scenario. So I look at it as it's having a plan B. It's if all goes wrong, if all goes to hell, this is a place I can come to. I can legally enter the country and I can stay. I can buy a piece of land. It's still very inexpensive. And me, my family, my friends, we're going to be okay here. And I think those are the two groups, the tax optimization and the plan B groups.
All right, so we've heard about what this is and why it's so popular at the moment, but you still might be wondering, is this thing for me? So, Jerz, who is it for?
I would say it's primarily for two different groups of people. The first we touched on before, which is the tax optimization folks. The second is the Plan B folks. And I'll briefly explain the two. The tax optimization, Paraguay is the only country in the world that allows you to claim a tax residency without any fiscal presence. So a lot of people are doing this just to be able to use the country as a tax domicile, to pay tax, or in most cases pay no tax in this country, and it's a tax strategy. The second group of people, your Plan B people, I call. People who are saying, hey, the world's very unstable, there are a lot of issues, we don't know what's going to happen. In the event that the worst case does come to fruition, Paraguay is going to be one of the best places in the world. It's a small country. It's not affected by a lot of the geopolitical problems in the rest of the world. And it's a great Plan B. I really think it's one of the best out there.
Amazing. Well, for me, I'm now a resident, and it's just a matter of waiting for the cedula, which Jerz is going to mail out to me when it comes available. And so I'm really looking forward to that. The process has been so smooth coming here. I'm so glad that I got my documents in on time. And if you want to do something similar, I'm sure that you can get in touch with Jerz. How do you want the people to get in touch with you?
So Chris is going to include a link in the description. All you need to do is click on that. It'll take you directly to our information, and I answer all of the questions you have personally, and happy to help anybody accomplish the same setup that Chris has here.
Amazing.